What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the 70 again. I'm hoping to finish it in this video.
This is my village, this is my town, this is my city, this is how it goes down. This is my village, this is my town, this is my city, this is how it goes down. This is my village, this is my town, this is my city, this is how it goes down. This is my village, this is my town, this is my city, this is how it goes down. This is my village, this is my town, this is my city, this is how it goes down. This is my village, this is my town, this is my city, this is how it goes down.
I came out here early this morning and I put the brake line on and finally got the silencer mounted. So the next thing I'm going to do is bleed these brakes, and these can be a real pain. My advice is to get yourself one of these. This thing has saved me so many times. It's just a little vacuum bleeder pump. You just hook this up to your bleeder valve, you pump it up, and then it has pressure and it pulls the fluid through. This helps a lot. What are you doing, Carly?
Who are we waiting for? Is Aunt Cece gonna fly over? With Chase and Miles? See him up there? You wave? Wave at him. Wave. Aunt Cece's in that plane. That's so cool.
Yeah. We got brake pressure now. That was super easy, probably the easiest one I've done yet, but I just hooked my vacuum pump up, pumped it up a little bit, put a bunch of fluid in, obviously, pumped it up a bunch, and then cracked the valve, and then slowly pressed down on this, and it squeezed all the air out. So I'm gonna take it down off of the buckets and roll it and see if it stops. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is pop this side cover off and see what it's going to take to convert this over to a pull start. Alright, this is everything that it came with. So, assuming you got your bolts to mount that on. Then you got 3 bolts to mount that. 4 bolts there. And then these 3. So those 3 must hold the pull start on. These 4 go for this. Alright, so now we got the bolts figured out. Let's take this over and see what we have to do. Alright, I was playing around with this, trying to see how everything worked, and this looks actually really simple. So this cover bolts on there. Obviously it's way wider than the factory one. This piece here, you got those 2 holes right there that line up. I think you have to tap them because I don't think there's any threads in there. But those 2 holes line up, tap them, put bolts in, and then you drill your side holes, the other 2 holes, tap those, and then that bolts on to the flywheel. This thing that bolts onto the flywheel just has these deals sticking up, and then when you pull the pull start, that deal kicks out. It'll grab one of these and turn the motor over. I think while I got this case cover off and easy access to the sprocket, I'm just going to go ahead and throw the chain on real quick. Wish I had some gloves. There it is. I'm going to give you guys a little tip when you're putting your master link clip on. I have had this happen before, but you have to be cautious of which way the chain is going to be spinning and try to put the closed end that direction, because I had it like this one time and something popped up, caught the edge of the clip, threw it off, and then I lost my chain. You learning anything? Don't freak out. It's gonna get loud. Alright guys, another early morning out here. Still dark out. I bought a new number plate. There's the original one. I could have cleaned this one up, but see how it's got this little tab here? That side was broke off. So I bought a new one just so it would go new with the plastics anyways, and these ones don't even have that. So that's just something I wanted to point out if you guys are gonna buy one of these. Alright, I was playing around with the intake and carb, messing around with it, seeing how it was going to mount, and I can't really mount it like this. This part right here hits the tank, and even if I could, you wouldn't be able to use the choke. So I think I'm going to flip it and mount it forward facing, and I should have clearance for the coil and everything else there. But before I take this off, I'm going to go ahead and grind these tabs, knock the powder coat off of them so I got a good connection, and then I'll mount my coil up here. Figure out how I'm going to mount it and go from there. I looked up the wiring diagram online, and it's all pretty straightforward. You just got to, you got your two plugins here, and then you got a yellow and green wire and a yellow wire here, and those will plug in to the harness that's on the motor. This will plug into the harness on the motor. And you come back here, this black wire and green both go on the coil. This plugs into that little tab that's hanging off the coil. This goes on one of your mounting bolts. And then this wiring comes back down this way. Plug it into this. We'll have to find somewhere to mount this on the three-wheeler. This is the only thing that I couldn't figure out, this red wire, and from what I can tell, everybody says you won't use it, so we're probably just going to tape that up, leave it hanging. And then also this black wire with the white stripe on it, this will be wired up to your kill switch. You just match up these colors. Like this is yellow with a green stripe. So you plug that one into that. Slide the weatherproof plastic over. Solid yellow to solid yellow. There we go. That one's good. There's this green wire with a red stripe, and I'm not sure, there's nothing for it to plug into over here, so assuming we're not going to use that, this will just plug into this. I think for right now, I'm just gonna zip tie these up with this zip tie that's easy to undo and reuse until we get everything. We'll probably start it and make sure it's actually gonna run before I do any final wiring. Come on this side and then go around it.
Golly, these pedals are breaking. Like, I can't do the work.
Alright, I got the flywheel drilled and tapped with these 4 bolts here. Got that thing put on. Now we just gotta go put the flywheel back on, and then we can put the cover on. Alright, the little tabs that stick out that catch this must be sticking out just a little bit too far. I'm gonna pull this thing back off. I already got it loose. I loosened it up and then looked at the gap in between there. That's only like maybe a 1/16 of an inch, so I'm gonna pull this cover back off, and then I'll just pull that little plate back off behind there and take it to the belt sander up there, and I'll just shave off like 1/8 of an inch and we should be good there. Down, put everything back on, everything's tight. We're in business. Before I get too carried away, I just want to see if this thing has got spark. So set this somewhere over here. We got spark. Went ahead and came out and did some stuff off camera. I got a kill switch wired up. Hid the wiring a little better since I knew that I was getting spark. Went ahead and cleaned that up. I put my air filter on. What else? Oh, hooked up my vent tube, and I mounted that right up in there using that bolt hole right there. Just put 1 bolt in it and mounted it. And then the rest of the wiring I just tucked back in there, and I think it'll be okay. Also hooked up my vent tube, PCV vent tube. So got all that hooked up. This thing's about ready to fire up. I need to drain the oil and put new oil in it. And tried cleaning up this tank the best I could, but I'm probably gonna flush it with some fresh fuel, put some fuel in it, shake it up, drain it out. And I also went ahead and ordered these, so I'm gonna slap these on real quick.
It's all in 1 point. Remember?
Yep.
Why do I have to be quiet?
Otherwise you're gonna hear you in the video.
Why? Well, I want to talk louder. So I'm going to watch. Is this your mini bike?
Yep.
Alright.
I got the gas tank on. I got it full of fuel. This is all temporary. I'm not even sure if this is gonna work or not, but yeah, gas tank is not leaking at all on either side. I did put a fuel filter on it for right now just because we did sandblast it and there was some sand and stuff that got in there. I tried flushing it out the best I could, but I'm sure I didn't get it all, so threw the fuel filter on. No leaks yet. I'm gonna try turning the fuel on. No leaks. All right, I'll set you up on the tripod and let's see if we can get this thing started up. All right, Carly, we're gonna try and start this thing. You ready? Here we go. No way. Second pull. Turn the choke off. Dude, the throttle response is ridiculous. Look at this. What?
How about we get a new wave?
Damn. All right. Pushed it back in the garage here. I'm gonna check a few things over, double check the oil level, and I need to adjust the clutch. And then I might take this thing for a little cruise around the block. I'm not gonna get crazy with it or nothing, but I do wanna take it out and just see how it rides. Probably not gonna put the fenders on because the exhaust comes super close to the back fender, and I want to get like some sort of heat shield put on the fender so I don't melt it. So yeah, I'm gonna adjust this clutch a little bit and I'll be right back. I put some of this on the bottom of the fender where the exhaust comes through. Went over to my friend Chris's last night. We made this bracket, cut it out on the laser, sandblasted and powder coated it. And this will be a mount for the fuel shutoff. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the tank off, get this mounted up, and I'll check back in with you. Got the bracket mounted up. Nice and easy to get to. Sitting on it, just reach down, turn it on reserve. Love the way that turned out. This thing's basically done. I've rode it a handful of times, just kind of breaking in the motor, and runs great, stops good, brakes work fantastic. If you guys are looking for a disc brake conversion kit, I highly recommend JJ's machine. But yeah, it's pretty much done. It's a little boring, so we're gonna go ahead and add some decals. I got a gray decal for the back here, and then I didn't necessarily like the factory 1987 decals that go on the tank, or 1985, sorry. So I went ahead and ordered just a traditional Honda wing logo, and we're gonna put those on there. And then, yeah, we'll see what the final product looks like. I'll probably end up adding a few more decals later on, but this is what I have for now, and I think it'll make it look that much better. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna push this thing outside so we can get a better look at it. It's cold and snowy out, but we gotta see what this thing looks like outside. So I'm gonna end off the video after getting some short clips of this thing outside. But thanks for watching. If you guys like this content, please subscribe. I have another ATC70 build coming soon. It's shoved back here in the corner. This one's actually going to be a little more unique, I believe. So if you guys want to see that one, please subscribe and look for those videos that'll be coming out. But yeah, I'm going to shove this thing outside. Let's get a final look at it.